Zane woke with a start. Alarms blared, red lights pulsed, and the spacecraft groaned around him. His head throbbed. He was strapped to his seat, but something felt wrong. Looking around, he saw mangled metal and sparks flying from the control panel. His deep space mission had gone critically wrong. "Nova, report!" Zane yelled, his voice hoarse. "Hull breach in sectors 3 and 5, a calm, feminine voice responded. "Life support at 60%, engine offline." It was Nova, the ship's AI. Her normally soothing tone did little to calm the fear gripping Zane's heart. "What happened?" he asked, his mind racing. "Unknown. We were struck by something. Our trajectory is off. We're drifting." Zane felt a chill. He was adrift in the vast emptiness of space, his lifeline severely damaged. His heart pounded against his ribs. Fear threatened to consume him. He had to focus. He had to survive. "Nova, options?" Zane asked, his voice tight. "Limited options," Nova responded. "We're too far for a distress signal. Our only chance is to utilize the gravitational pull of nearby planets for a slingshot effect." Zane drew a sharp breath. That was a long shot, a desperate gamble. But it was their only hope. "Plot a course," he ordered, trying to sound calmer than he felt. "Calculating now," Nova said. "Nearest viable option, Mercury. It's risky, but it could provide the necessary boost to reach Venus. From there, we might be able to slingshot back towards Earth." Zane knew the risks. Mercury was a furnace, a desolate rock baking under the intense heat of the sun, but he had no other choice. Do it, Nova. Plot the course. Hope, fragile as it was, flickered within him. He had a plan, a slim chance. Now, he had to trust Nova and face whatever the cosmos threw at him. Mercury loomed large in the viewport, a swirling mass of gray and brown. The heat was intense, even inside the damaged spacecraft. The sun, a blazing inferno, filled most of the sky. Solar flare detected, Nova warned. Shields at minimal capacity. Zane gritted his teeth as the spacecraft shuddered, bombarded by waves of radiation. He could feel the heat even through his suit. The alarms shrieked, the lights flickered. He was in a race against time and the unforgiving fury of the sun. "Hold steady," he muttered, more to himself than to Nova. "Just a little longer." Slowly, agonizingly, they cleared Mercury's orbit. The spacecraft, battered and bruised, picked up speed, flung outwards by the planet's gravity. Zane slumped back in his seat, exhausted but relieved. They had survived Mercury's fiery embrace, but his ordeal was far from over. Venus was a beautiful swirling ball of white and yellow, but Zane knew its beauty was deceptive. Beneath those serene clouds lurked a toxic, hellish atmosphere. Nova carefully navigated the spacecraft through the upper layers of Venus's atmosphere. "Atmospheric pressure critical," Nova warned. "Maintain altitude." Zane watched the readings nervously. Venus's atmosphere was a deadly cocktail of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. One wrong move and they would be crushed and incinerated. "Adjusting course," Nova reported, utilizing atmospheric drag to alter trajectory. The spacecraft groaned and shuddered as it skimmed the edge of the Venusian sky. Zane held his breath, his knuckles white as he gripped the armrests. They were so close to Earth, yet it felt a million miles away. Earth. The sight of his home planet, a vibrant blue and green oasis in the black void of space, filled Zane with a surge of longing and hope. He was so close, yet the journey was far from over. "Trajectory set for lunar gravity assist," Nova announced. "Prepare for final approach." The moon, a familiar pockmarked sphere, grew larger in the viewport. Zane knew this was the most critical maneuver. He had one shot at using the moon's gravity to slingshot him back to Earth. "Initiating lunar gravity assist," Nova said. "Hold on." The spacecraft banked sharply, caught in the moon's gravitational pull. Zane felt a surge of weightlessness, then a crushing force as they were flung back towards Earth. He closed his eyes, his fate hanging in the balance.